Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use grids in Figma and show you the difference between designing with a grid versus going gridless, all with some practical examples. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a clear hands-on understanding of how grids can help you create more organized, professional-looking designs, or when it might actually make sense to go without. Let's jump right in. So first things first, get your frame ready in Figma, whether you're starting a new website layout, a mobile mockup, or just experimenting. Now click to select your frame. The easiest way is to simply click right on the name of your frame on the canvas or in the Layers panel. Once you've got it selected, look towards the right side Properties panel and find the section labeled Layout Grid. This is where the magic happens. Go ahead and click the little plus button. Instantly, you'll notice that a grid overlay appears on your frame. It's subtle but super powerful, kind of like laying down an invisible scaffolding that will support everything you design. If you click right on the grid preview, you'll pull up a window with some fantastic options. Here you can choose from 3 types, a uniform grid, columns, or rows. Now, why does this matter? Well, each option serves a unique purpose. The traditional grid, little evenly spaced squares, is perfect for making sure all your elements are aligned, almost like using graph paper when you were a kid. It's great for pixel-perfect icons, buttons, or consistent spacing wherever you need it. If you select columns or rows, you're moving closer to typical web or app layouts. Columns help you structure things like navigation bars, side panels, and content blocks. Rows come in handy for horizontal spacing. Imagine dividing your mobile screen into equal sections for text, images, and buttons. To get really precise, double-click the grid icon in the Layout Grid panel. This is where you can fine-tune everything. You'll see settings like Count, which controls how many columns or rows you have. Color, which can make your grid more or less visible depending on your preference, and Type, where you can switch between solid and dashed lines. There's also Width, which controls how thick the lines are, and Offset and Gutter, which help you control spacing and breathing room between columns. You can really make the grid work for your project's needs. Maybe you want a 12-column grid for a website or just a few rows for a mobile card design. Take your time experimenting. If you want to add more layout grids, just click the plus button again. Want to remove one, just hit the minus button. Don't worry if you make a mistake, it's super easy to adjust on the fly. Let's talk real-world examples for a second. Say you're designing a portfolio site. Using a column grid helps ensure that all your images and text align perfectly, giving that polished, professional vibe. On the flip side, sometimes you want to break the rules. Try removing the grid entirely and see how your creative elements feel when they aren't snapping to a set pattern. Maybe a hero image spills dramatically over the edge, or your headings take center stage. A grid is there when you need structure, but you're totally free to let go when you want to play with asymmetry or a more organic feel. And that's the basics of using grid versus no grid in Figma. Getting comfortable with grids will level up your designs by miles, but don't be afraid to experiment without one too. If this was helpful, remember to give the video a like, drop your questions or ideas in the comments, and subscribe for more easy-to-follow Figma tutorials. Thanks so much for watching. Now go make something awesome.